Good morning, everyone. Today we will learn about the special sense in that ear. We already discussed about the taste and smell. Okay. Now today we will discuss about the ear. So what is the main function of the ear? That is the hearing and balancing. Means equilibrium. So maintaining the hearing and balancing, which covered by the ear. So there are mainly three parts of the ear. In that, inner ear are different functions divided into these three types. Okay, so the outer and middle ear are involved with the hearing. So which main part involved for the hearing and balancing? That is the outer and middle ear, and the main function of the inner ear, which means hearing and balancing. Okay, both. So basic phenomena which covered by the outer and middle ear, okay, which involved only hearing, but the main function of the inner ear, that is the hearing also, and equilibrium means maintaining the balancing of the hearing process. So today we will discuss about this. So see, in this figure, the three parts are divided and shown in figure. First, this is the outer ear, which also known as the external ear. This part, which is known as the middle ear, and this part only known as the inner ear. Okay. Then the outer layer of the outer ear, that is the auricle, which is known as the pinna also. Then in that helix, and last portion of the ear, that is the lobule. Okay, and this is the external auditory canal, which is known as the tympanic membrane, and this is the pharyngotympanic tube. Okay, which is also known as the auditory tube. So this is the overview of the ear. Okay, and in this figure, three parts of the ear also mentioned, which are they? Outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Okay, so now we will discuss about in detailed manner these all three types. First of all, that is the outer ear, auricle or pinna, which already we discussed in a previous slide in figure. So ear composed of the elastic cartilage and skin to direct the sound wave to external auditory canal. Means the main function of the pinna is collection of the sound wave and pass through the external auditory canal, and which is composed of the elastic cartilage and skin. Okay, so this is the main function. First of all, collection of the sound wave and pass through the auditory canal. Now, external auditory meatus, short curved tube from auricle to eardrum and lined with skin, sebaceous gland, ceruminous gland. Okay, ceruminous gland also. So now function of the external auditory meatus, that is the, it is look like a curved tube from auricle to eardrum and lined with the skin, sebaceous gland and cerumen. Okay, and tympanic membrane, which is also known as the eardrum, boundary between the outer and middle ear. See, again in this is the external auditory canal, or we can say that the tympanic membrane. This is tympanic membrane. Okay, and this is the external auditory canal. Okay, so this is about outer ear. Now middle ear. Middle ear means tympanic cavity. The whole portion of the middle ear, which is known as the tympanic cavity, a small air fluid mucosa lined cavity, flanked laterally by the eardrum, flanked medially by the oval and round. So middle ear, which is known as the tympanic cavity, and filled with the air mucosa lined cavity and flanked laterally by the eardrum. Okay, which means oval and round window. There are mainly two types of window included into the middle ear, that is the oval shape and round shape. Tympanic rhesus, superior portion of the middle ear, and the pharyngotympanic tube, which connect with the middle ear to the nasopharynx. And the main function of this tube, which means equalize the pressure in the middle ear cavity with external air pressure. Okay, so the main function of the pharyngotympanic tube is the maintaining the pressure into the middle ear and middle ear cavity with external pressure, means outer pressure and inner pressure. Both balancing occur in tooth maintained by the pharyngotympanic tube. In figure we already show. See, here is the pharyngotympanic tube. So middle ear to outer sound wave pressure. Both are balancing by this pharyngotympanic tube. Okay. So this is the main function of the middle ear. Now ear ossicles. So these are tympanic contain three small bones. Now tympanic cavity which contain three small bones which already know that malleus, incus and stapes. Okay. So these all are small bones of the ear, malleus, incus and stapes. So transmit the vibratory motion of the eardrum to the oval window, which means the function of these bones are transmit the motion of eardrum to the oval window. We already discussed that two types of the window, round and oval window. So eardrum to oval window, these all sound wave transmit and they dampened by the tensor tympani and stapicus muscles. Okay. So these three bones are helpful in this process of the sound wave. And lastly, last portion of the ear, that is the inner ear. So in inner ear, the balancing and hearing both process occur in this portion. So first of all, supportive structure also help for this process of the balancing and hearing. Bony labyrinth. So what is bony labyrinth? Tortoise channels forming their way through the temporal bone. So these bony labyrinth channel forming by the temporal bone and which contain vestibule, cochleae and semicircular canal. The bony labyrinth what consists? Vestibule, cochleae and semicircular canals which filled by the perilymph. Okay. And the membranous labyrinth. Two types of labyrinth, bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth. Bony labyrinth filled with the perilymph and membranous labyrinth filled with the potassium rich fluid. Okay. And the main function of the membranous labyrinth is series of membranous sacs which filled with the bony labyrinth also within bony labyrinth. So in this is the semicircular canal or duct, we can say that. In that, this is the anterior, this is the posterior and this is the lateral portion of the semicircular canal. This is the utricle vestibule and saccule vestibule and cristae of the ampulla. Okay, so this is the ampulla part and temporal bone which help for this whole process. See, this is the stapes in oval window. Stapes bone include, this is the round window. Okay. And this is the cochlear duct in cochlea part. Okay. Facial now also connected with this ear, inner ear. So this is the overview of the inner ear. Now cochlea, what is the function of cochlea? The scala tympani terminates at the round window. See in figure, scala tympani, this is the round window. So here scala tympani are situated. The scalus tympani and vestibuli are filled with the perilymph and continuous with each other via the helicotrema. Okay. So these both tympani and vestibule are filled with the perilymph and both are connected with each other via the helicotrema. Okay. And the scalus media which filled with the endolymph. So here the two portion, floor and base. Okay. So the floor of the cochlear duct is composed of bony spiral lamina and basilar membrane which support the organ of the corti. Okay. So these both are supportive organs of the cochlea, and the cochlear branch of nerve, that is the eighth cranial nerve, runs from the organ of the corti to brain. Okay. So eighth cranial nerve pass through the organ of the corti to the brain. See, this is the overview of the cochlea. So this is the mediolus cochlear nerve, eighth cranial nerve, that is the cochlear nerve, division of the vestibulocochlear nerve, and this is the spiral ganglion and lamina. Okay, so as we discussed earlier in previous slide, that two types of supportive organs are responsible for the cochlea, and this is the oval window. Okay. Transmission of the sound wave to the inner ear. Now we will learn about the how sound waves are enter into the outer to the middle to the inner wave. And in inner ear, there are the main function, that is the hearing and balancing of the sound wave. So how it transmitted to the inner ear? So the main route of the sound to the inner ear are follow as this pathway, like outer ear to pinna to auditory canal, and auditory canal to eardrum. So in outer ear, these three main structures are responsible for the passing through the outer to middle ear. Now in ear, malleus, incus and stapes. These three bones are situated into the oval window and helpful to the transmitted to the inner ear duct. And in inner ear duct, scalus vestibuli, tympani, both are responsible to the cochlear duct. And what the function of the cochlear duct? Stimulus of the organ of corti to the brain and generation of the impulses to the cochlear nerve. So this is the main pathway of the transmission of the sound to the inner ear. So from outer ear to middle ear and middle ear to inner ear, the transmission of sound will create. Okay, in figure also it's shown. See, this is the portion of the outer ear. In outer ear, three structures are responsible for transmission: pinna, auditory canal, and tympanic membrane. Through tympanic membrane, middle ear enters. So in middle ear, hammer means incus, malleus, and stapes. These three bones are responsible and situated into the oval window. Pass through the oval window, and through that inner ear start. So inner ear, what is the function? Fluid in a cochlear canal, okay, and transmission of the sound wave like in upper, middle and lower. So here the vibration are also shown and pressure also shown. So amplitude of the sound waves and amplification process will be occur into the middle ear, and it will pass through the organ of corti in inner ear. Okay, so this is the main pathway of the sound wave, transmission of the sound to inner ear. Okay, so I hope all are understand this pathway of the inner ear. So this is about the ear and its part: outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. Okay, so if you down, you may ask me later. So thank you everyone.